Hello everyone. How are you? How are you guys doing? I hope you are staying at home and doing good. Today we will be talking about Blazorize. I know my last stream was a bit problematic. Like after half of the stream, the sound went away. No, the sound was there, but the video froze. So that's why I haven't uploaded it on YouTube. And probably the things which we have done in my last stream, I'll repeat it in my next stream on Sunday. And we'll do the database action part later on this Sunday. And today we will be talking about the UI library, the main UI library which we'll be using for our expenser application, as well as I'm very much into this UI library because the creator of the library is like very helpful, as well as the library is also very good. Like there are many feature in my last stream also on last Sunday. Yes, on last Sunday when I did my last stream, there also I told what are the benefit of using this Blazorise library. So today we'll be using the Blazorise library, we'll be customizing the Blazorise library, and we'll be creating the menu for our application. And of course, we'll try to implement the login page also if we need, like however we want to do it. So we'll try to implement the login page and login functionality in our application also. Okay, so let's get started. So let me change my screen. I'm here in picture display. So this is the thing which we'll be talking about today. That is what is Blazorize, how to use it in Blazor application. And I was just typing these notes just to remind myself, but I think we'll do it as we move on. So we are here on my application. So let me tell you first of all about the Blazorize. So if you want to know about Blazorize, Blazorize is a UI framework, UI library written on top of Blazor. So if you are like using it, it's a third-party library, of course, but it's open source and community driven. So there are many people. If you want to know if you want to go through the code of Blazorize, you have to just go to github.com/stsrki starsky slash Blazorize. I'll give if you are watching this on YouTube, I'll give the link on YouTube. If you are watching in on Twitch, probably you should just visit my YouTube, and from there you can get the link. So this is like, and it has yeah, see, you can see actual the like whole spelling here of Blazorize. So the best part of Blazorize is like it supports Bootstrap, Material, Bluma, eFrolic, and Ent. So these are all basically CSS, different CSS libraries. So right now, Material Design CSS library is very common, and that's the reason there is another library for Blazor, UI library for Blazor called Matte Blazor, which utilize or which implements material design in like Blazor controls. So they again, that is open source free library for creating like Blazor application using material design. So that is one thing, but again, that is limited to only material design. But here the Blazorize give you options to use Bootstrap, material design, Bluma also. Bluma is again a CSS framework. I don't know, I haven't used it much. Neither I have used material. Bootstrap is the one which is very extensively used in the industry. Like even Blazor by default comes with Bootstrap 4.0 implemented. Like they use Bootstrap. If you see the CSS which Blazor is using, it has Bootstrap into it. So that's the reason. So we are and that's the reason the Blazor server implementation, the Blazor server part of this Blazorized library has right now only Bootstrap implementation, because Bootstrap is the most popular one. And we will be using, of course, this Bootstrap based Blazor only, like Bootstrap based Blazorized library only. Okay, so this is your GitHub page, and for this Blazorized library, of course. Then there is documentation also for Blazorize. If you go on blazorize.com/docs, so this is your Blazorize documentation. It has documentation for each and every control which is there in Blazorize. And my suggestion would be to go and use this control, use these controls, because the benefit is like tomorrow if you want to change even from Bootstrap to Material Blazor, like Material UI design, it would be very easier to use it. You just have to change the DLLs, underline the components which are using which you are using in the like in your pages, Blazor pages, will still remain same. So there will be very less changes. You just have to change the CSS library and it will work fine. And CSS library and the DLL associated with it. So that's the reason it's, if you see the what is Blazor, it says that it's a user interface component library made on the top of web framework called Blazor and CSS frameworks like Bootstrap, this etc etc, and it says keep stuff simple, be extendable. And what is Blazorize goal? Blazorize goal is to have an abstraction over different CSS framework. So this is an abstraction over different CSS framework. You don't have to be dependent on a certain CSS framework. That is best benefit of using Blazorize. That's the reason I highly like recommend this UI framework to use it. And I'm using it in almost all of my Blazor application which I'm developing right now. There are quite a few, I would say. Okay, so this was the documentation page, and not only this, this Blazorize also have a very active community, which is like active on Gitter. So if you don't know, Gitter is kind of a like instant messenger, online instant messenger. I don't know whether it is given by, I think, GitLabs. So and this is like the URL is again gitter.im/tarsky/blazorize, and this URL also I'll give in my YouTube description. You can get it from there. It is also available on the documentation page. Here if you want to go live and all those things, so it will give you. And this is the different demos URL. So if you see here, this is the Bootstrap demo URL, and it will open the Bootstrap demo. You can see here, this is the Bootstrap demo of Blazorize, and this is basically WebAssembly demo. And if you want to go on, sorry, yeah, here it is. So if you want to see the, yeah, see the Blazor server demo, you have to just open this thing. This probably I need to tell Starsky that these links should open in a new window. If I click on this link, it will directly open this in this window itself, which we don't want. So yeah, so this is Blazorize, and the best part is like if you don't have any customization, you can do all the customization. If you don't know CSS, you can do most of the customization using Blazorize library itself. So I'll tell you how we can do it and how the changes we can implement it. So it has a custom theme support also like this. So let me show you how we can use it in our application and how we are using it in our application. So I'm in my expenser application here, and as I said, this expenser UI is our application which is using like which is the main UI library which will be used throughout our web application and our WebAssembly application. Right now we are just developing the web application, so that's why it is coming like this. So so I have just, we have to add Blazorize libraries into this project only. Okay, so what I'll do is like right now I have added it, but just to show you, I'll go into manage NuGet packages and see it is by default looking for updates, because yeah, so Blazorize has lot many updates. I'll just update it as we speak. So the libraries which I'm using is by default, number one is this Blazorize. Blazorize is the like base, all the base of the all the libraries. Blazorize Bootstrap, because as I said, I'm using the Bootstrap based one. Blazorize charts is has like some good charts, good awesome charts implementation. I haven't used it right now, but I'm planning to use it in future, so that's why I have added it. Blazorize components have some very good components, like drop down list is there. If you see the documentation, I have used drop down list very extensively, so that's why I that came up in very first instance on my like see. So the components have accordion, alert, badge, bar. So this bar is a very awesome component. It has that top bar, navigation bar, left bar, and all those things. So bar is there, card is there. So all these components are there. Okay. So this is like these are for components is for there. Then icons for font, like it's using font awesome icons, so that's why it's there. And then this sidebar is again for the left nav or left sidebar to show it to you. So when you are using Blazorize, of course, the thing is that it is written on the top of Blazor, so you don't need to know the input control or any other control. You will be just using this Blazorize control. Let me update it first of all, and we'll see which all controls are available. You can see from the documentation that what all controls are available in Blazorize. Okay, so yes, it is updated now. So if we go into the installed package, you can see we have Blazorize there, then ASP.NET Core Components, and ASP.NET Core Components.web, because this is a Razor class library. That's why it's showing that these are there. Okay, so we have this Blazorize, and now I'll tell you how we can implement custom theme support here. So if you see here, this is our like main app dot razor. Okay, so in app dot razor, as I said, this app dot razor is our base of the application. It is the main app. So when the Blazorize, as I said in my previous sessions also, and those of you who know what is Blazor is basically based on single page architecture framework. Okay, so this single page, so this app is your base page, which basically has the routing engine and everything. So it's kind of the base tag of your application when we talk in simple terms, simple HTML terms. Okay, so this is our router, and what we will do is I have another application where I have implemented theme. So I'll show you this one. So what we'll have to do is like we'll have to add this Blazorize theme provider like this. Oops. Okay. So we'll move this like here at the bottom. We have this Blazorize theme provider. We'll cut this thing from here. We'll paste it here. And so we have we put this inside the Blazorize theme. Okay. And again, as I said, Blazorize is open source, and it's this sample code is also like I have taken from their demo application. So like I'm just showing there. So here I can say this expenser theme. Sorry, ex expenser theme. Yeah, XP theme. Okay, so this is XP theme is for expenser, and then from here I'll copy this whole code base. So I tend to avoid using using this structure of keeping the code and HTML in the same page, like same file. But if the application, if the page is small, if the code is small, I keep it like that. So that's kind of easier to maintain. But if the page is large, so I tend to move it to a separate application. Sorry, separate class, separate file, like we have done in the pages. Okay, so here I'll rename this thing. Okay, and we'll save this. And another thing I want to show you here is if you see pages host.chtml. So in this host.chtml, as you can see here, I'm using component like expenser.ui slash css slash site.css. So this is the site.css which we were using earlier. Okay, so I'll remove this thing. So we will be using only style sheet which is directly provided by Blazorise. Okay, so if you see, this is the Blazorise, all the components which we are using, these are directly provided by Blazorise, so that we don't know any CSS, like we don't, this kind of for people who don't know anything about CSS, or like don't know how to change CSS. Okay, and we don't have CSS available. Okay, so that's why what we will do is like we'll use the default CSS provided by Blazorise, but we will change the color and everything as per our need. Okay, and whatever changes we need, we'll get to know. Okay, so and if you can see here, these are all things which are being needed by Blazorise. So that's why if you see in host.chtml, we have, and as I said, see this one, this is the code which is initiating our app.razor. Okay, so from here our app.razor is being initiated, and then our whole application runs. And if you see this, in the head section we have this different style sheet. We are taking this bootstrap from like latest bootstrap CDN, and we are taking font awesome from their like URL, open URL which is available, and then we are also using jQuery and popper.js and bootstrap min.js. Again, when bootstrap 5 will come, they have like bootstrap has a dependency on jQuery, so that's why we are including jQuery right now. But as I said, just like Blazor Server.js, we don't have to do any changes in our in this like JavaScript library, like whether it is jQuery or whether it is our bootstrap.min.js. It is already taken care by bootstrap folks, and the CSS is already being taken care by Blazorise folks like Starsky and Mitchell. I think, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Okay, so this is how we will use our Blazorise here. And command, sorry, it's not command, it would be control S. Yeah, so this is how we have, so we have saved this host, we have done the changes in host.css, we have implemented the theme, and what we will do is I also have downloaded, I also have, what I have done is I also have downloaded the Blazorize like code. Okay, so I'll extract this code. It's taking some time. It will take around a couple of minutes. Okay, and I'll open this solution. So what will happen that we'll go through, we'll use exactly the Blazorize theme, and then I'll show you how this thing runs and what all changes I have done. Okay, and then we'll go through the Blazorize demo and the changes which we and we'll be creating our menu also. In the meantime, let me check that whether my video is freezing or not. Like last time it was freezing, so okay. Yes, my video has frozen again. Wow. No. Okay, it's small. It's not frozen. It's slightly, it's working. So I hope we are good. Okay, so this is extracted. I'll rename it as Blazorize. Cut. See, where is my data? I think there is downloaded code also. No. Paste. Oops. Why the hell they create two folders? Okay. I like this thing about so see it has 32 projects. 32 is a lot of number. Okay. So this is the solution. As you can see, this is like demos. So and they are also following the same like structure where they have this Blazorise demo as one UI project and which is like Razor class library, and this Razor class library is being used in all these demos. So if you see here, this is like this is ant design demo, this is ant design server, bootstrap rc, bootstrap server, bluma server, frolic server, material server. So of course since this is like this is the demo app of their for their own development and for their own testing, and they have they have published the actual working demos of all these on their respective servers. So I don't know whether how much this server things are working, because right now they have only given the bootstrap server, and this bootstrap server is I think this RC one. So I'll when I set this as set a startup project, where is yeah, when I set this as set up startup project and run this thing, it will show me. And in the meantime it's running, I'll show you. This is there. See, the router component displays whichever component has at the page directive matching the current URI. And this is their theme. So what I'll do is like I'll copy this theme from here. Sorry, this will be Control C, and I'll paste it in our expansion application like this, because I don't want to use that like theme from my other application. It has some like clients application color scheme and all, so that's why I just remove this thing, and this is here. So okay, so this is our application. Yeah, so again, okay, so I have used their theme. And if you see, this theme has different color options. So if you see this, these are the color options. These are like bootstrap based color option. By default, these all color options are being taken from bootstrap only. Okay. So if you go on bootstrap.com, you will get it from bootstrap. Sorry. Yeah, you will get the colors from bootstrap. Like what all colors are there, like primary, secondary, success, info, warning, danger, light, dark, all these color, these are all default bootstrap colors. Okay, so that's there, and our sample application is loaded. So it's still loading because it has a lot of samples. So how the screen looks, it has a lot of samples. uh, so anyway, we already have seen it, so I think it would be kind of waste of time to run this sample, but anyways it's running. So in the meantime, I'll show you what all changes we have done. So as I said, we have used the theme here. So this is the entry point of our application, that is app.razor. Then I explained that in this shared project we have like main layout. This is the main layout which is using all the layout and everything, theming options and all the layout. Okay, and then we have this root layout. I don't know why this root layout is being put by Blazorize guy. Probably Starsky, if he knows, he can tell me. So I have just copied the code as it is here, and I have used, like, I have in my application, I have removed this root layout and it was working fine. So I don't see any benefit of keeping this here. So I'll remove this root layout. So we have just this main layout here, and I'll, because this layout is already being, so this sorry, control F. So this layout already inherits it already inherits from layout component base. So layout component base is the base class for creating layout. So if we have to create new layout, we'll have to inherit from layout component base. That's kind of a necessity. Okay, so and as I said that we need to implement login also in our application. So what we will do is, like, we will create another layout which will call it as login layout. So yeah, we'll create it as razor component. Simple, we'll write it as razor component, and we'll name it as sorry, come on, login layout. Okay, so this is our login layout, and as I said, it will be all our layouts inherits from layout component base. So I'll just copy it here, paste it here like this. So this is our, sorry, this is our layout component base. Okay, so now we have two layouts. One is main layout and one is login layout. By default, the application will go on main layout because this is the layout which will contain the whole application. It has everything. As you can see, it has this layout, then layout slider component. These are all Blazorized components. Okay, these are not default Blazor components. Default Blazor components has its on, like, of course layout component base is like default Blazor code. Okay, and this layout is these layout slider and all these tags are basically Blazorized tags. Okay, so we have and if we want to understand this better, what we'll do is, like, we'll go through the documentation. So in our documentation, see, this is the layout documentation. So you can see layout is the main layout container. Layout header is the top container for the bar or navigation. Layout content is the main container, content container. Layout footer is the bottom layout. Layout slider is the sidebar container, and layout slider content is the main content for the slider component. So basically it looks like, if you can see, this is looks like this, like header, content, footer, and this one looks like uh, yeah, this one looks like this, which has header, slider, and content. Okay, so this is using Blazorize. In fact, if you use your regular like this regular Blazor application, in regular Blazor application there is nothing called layout component. Yes, there is layout base class, but when we use layout base class, let me do one thing. I am coming as very small here, so let me change this thing. Should I change? No. Classic. Yeah, classic is good. So I hope I'm coming very small. It's again still very small. If I do it as tall, no. Let's make it as classic. Can I increase this size? Yes, I can. Okay. Okay. Yes, increasing a little bit more so that you can see me more. Okay. So as I was saying that this layout slider is basically yeah, this layout and layout slider and all those components are basically Blazorized components. But if you talk about regular Blazor, it has main layout.cs and it inherits from layout component base, but it doesn't have any special tags. It just has normal HTML tags. That you can do also, like if you go on my sessions, different sessions, or you can go on my YouTube recording of any of my session about Blazor, you can see where I have explained how to create a Blazor application, and you can see that it has the default tags and all. Okay, so that's the difference between like main layout in regular Blazor application and Blazorize Blazor application. Okay, so that's that. So this is our layout, and as you can see, this is layout cider. Sorry, yeah, this is layout cider. It has cider is true, and this was our sample application. So see, this sample application is running like this. What we will do now is we'll stop this sample application, and we have yeah, we have this expenser application ready. We'll run this expenser application and we will see how this runs. Okay, and then I'll design the login page also, and we'll see how the login page will work. Okay, so and do this. Okay. Oh, I think I'm running multiple startup projects and I closed one, so that's why it closed this thing, because you can see one was in my last stream. I created the API application and I'm running the API application also for like together in this. So I'll stop that thing when we stop this. You can see here, okay, it was showing someone. Okay, see, this is our so this is the application. We are still, see, you can see this is exactly same as our Blazorize application. Okay, so it is using this Blazorize library. It has all the all the menu items are from Blazorize. So we'll be changing this thing. So for changing this, what we'll do is we'll go to our GitHub, like my GitHub, sorry, and on my GitHub I have this Tekirator expenser. So in my expenser we have like this account management, income expense management, monthly year-wise statistics, category-wise statistics of expenses graphically. So that's why I have used this charts controls where I'll be using graphics. Okay, and in one of my application I have already created this menu. Okay, so for now I'll just change this menu. Okay, I'll remove this main from here. I'll keep this expenser will be there. And it would be it is a homework for you guys to search a good a probably good free icon for this expenser application, um, and so that we can like put it here and here. And this thing is not coming right now. Probably I need to download this icon also from this, so that's why this icon is not being shown. Okay, this home, see, so that's the reason. You can see here home is coming, this document more and all those things. And you saw that one thing, this one, and this error is coming, and an unhandled exception reload. So to see what this error is, we'll go in tools, more tools, developer tools, and here we'll see what the error is actually. Okay, so it is showing here there is no error. I don't see any error. So I don't know why it was showing that error message. That error message is basically default Blazor application error message, which is controlled somehow. It is, if you can see here, host.html, you can see here there is this script. This is basically this is Blazor error UI. So this Blazor error UI appears whenever any exception is there. So staging production, it shows this application will no longer respond, and this is see browser dev tools for more details. Okay, so this one is for Blazor error. This is Blazor error UI, which automatically pops up whenever any error happens. But I'm not sure why this is happening. So like we can remove this thing also, but I'll keep it for now. We'll look into this later on, why this is happening. So as I said, we are using this layout. So you can see here, here it is like this is a bar. So here is like navigation mode. Sorry, control Z. So let me explain you each and every item one by one, and this tag one by one. Okay, so I'm saying so many times. Anyways, okay. So this is like layout, as I said. It has like layout slider and layout component. Okay, and then in this layout also we have like layout header and then layout content. Okay, so this at the rate body tag, those of you who are coming from MVC background, though they know that this at the rate body tag means whatever razor component you are showing here. So in MVC, what usually happen that there is also one layout, there is also one single HTML file, but I think there in MVC routing, they create a new HTML page every time the application runs. But here in Blazor, we just change the component, just like your Angular or React and any other single page application framework. So this body tag is for loading the component, and this is our this bar is basically let me minimize this thing. Okay, so bar has two components. Let me show the documentation first about the bar. So this was about layout, as I said, and layout has layout slider. Then there is layout, and inside layout we have layout header and layout content. So layout slider is for this sidebar, header is for the header of the layout, and this content is for the content. Okay, so as you can see, this is layout, and we have set slider is equal to true, and then after that we have this layout slider. Okay, we'll close this thing. So this is layout slider, then this is layout, and inside the layout we have layout header and layout content. Okay, so this is for layout, and then inside this layout we are using bar control. Okay, so we'll go on bar control. So they have given this new as you were seeing this output here, I think it's, yeah. So this feature of this minimizing and maximizing this bar to icons, this feature they have given in the latest release of Blazorise, that is Blazorise 0.9.1. Yeah, 0.9.1. So in 0.9.1 they have given this new latest feature, and earlier it was just they also have like they have right now they are using bar for doing everything, this bar, but they also have one component called sidebar. It is here, so this one. So they have also have one component called sidebar, which also does the same property. Instead, like earlier what we has to do is like instead of using this in layout sidebar content, sorry, layout slider content, instead of using this bar, we could use sidebar to show the side menu. Okay, and it again it has the sidebar brand, and then sidebar like sidebar we can show it into the sidebar menu, but it doesn't have that collapsible and all those features. So this bar is the new way of using layouts. Okay, so this side thing contains the sidebar, and as we can see here, so bar is the main tag here. So if you see, this is our bar main tag. Okay, then we have bar brand, bar menu, and then if you can see here, we have bar where it is, yeah, see bar mode, vertical inline. So vertical inline means that it will appear vertically. Okay, and if you see this one, again in layout header also we have kept a bar. Okay, so if you see this one, and see again here it is like bar background color, theme contrast is light, and by default if you see the documentation, okay, so this is different. Okay, so this is the bar tag. This bar toggler is basically this one. Sorry, bar toggler is basically this icon. Right now it's not appearing because I think I don't have that icon in my application. I'll have to check how I'll show this icon in the application. But right now this icon is not available. That's why this bar toggler is not appearing. But this button is the one, and by default I have, what I have done is like I have set the style display as block. That's why this bar toggler is appearing. Okay, if you see the demo of this thing, if you see the Blazorise demo, here it is. So if you see Blazorise demo, this toggler is not appearing. This toggler will only appear when you minimize the window. So when you minimize the browser window like this, okay, so when it goes to I'm minimizing it. Yeah, now it is here. So if you see, when you reach up to the like tablet model, it will appear. So you can see now the menu is appearing. Okay, like this. But I don't wanted this thing, so I spoke to the people, like I spoke to the person who created this Blazorise bar control, Starsky, and not Starsky, I think it was Mitchell who created it. Here it is. So it is like Starsky or Meldon McNovick, yeah, Mitchell Curry. See this one, Mitchell Curry. He's the one who has created this, contributed this bar component. So I pinged him, and he said to like set the display to always show this thing. I have to just set it as style display block, and if I move it ahead of the bar, this thing bar brand, it will come on the just at the rightmost corner. Like instead of coming at the rightmost corner after everything, it will come right here. Okay, so that's why it is coming like this. Then we have this home documentation more. So if you see, sorry, not this one, here. So if you see here, as I say, sorry, we were going through the documentation here, bar component. So we have bar brand, bar toggler. Just showed you what is bar toggler. Then there is bar menu. Okay, so bar menu is vertical, contains the four menu elements, horizontal, the right side hidden one in the breakpoint, on breakpoint. Okay, so horizontal contains this bar menu like this, and then in bar menu we have bar start and bar end. So bar start will come in the beginning and bar end will come at the end of this thing. So when we see through the code, we have this bar. I have kept this. So this is coming in the layout header part, and this is the left menu part. In both the places, we are using the same bar control, but here the bar control has like mode is vertical inline. Here we haven't given any mode. That's why it is coming as horizontally. Okay. Uh, and this, as you can see here, we have this bar brand. So bar brand has like bar item, bar link to, and here we can put the icon. So if you see Blazorise demo, in Blazorise demo, let me show you. Blazorise demo has its own layout. So this is the main layout of Blazorize demo. So in Blazorize demo, you can see this bar icon is this in bar link. They are taking this bar icon, which is basically it's a custom icon. So what they have done is, if you go below in the code here, they are using this custom icon, render fragment custom icon bar logo.png. Okay, so this is the custom icon which is appearing in the Blazor demo. Okay, right now, as I said, you have to provide me a like icon. If you won't provide me, probably I'll search it myself and I'll add it to you. Some free icon, of course, something. So that's there. Then bar start and bar end. As I said, bar start will come in the beginning and bar end will come at the bottom or the end of the it. Okay, so we have this thing in our code. In our code, we have this bar menu. This is the left menu. In left menu, as you can see, this bar label main is there. I don't want this main, so I'll remove this main from here. And then we have this different bar item. So this is bar item like dashboard. So of course we'll require a dashboard, so we'll keep it like this. And then we have this bar drop down. So this bar drop down is for, of course, the drop down menu. So if you see the output here, sorry, not here, the output here, this is the drop down menu. Okay, so like this is for showing the drop down menu. And then we have like, so this comes in the bar start, and in bar end, since I have copied the menu directly from them, so that's why they are showing this smartphone apps and to do, like again there is bar drop down menu, so this is appearing at the bottom. So if you see here, this is like this apps is appearing at the bottom. I don't need this thing. There is no need for showing this thing. So what I'll do is I'll show, I'll remove this thing. Yeah, what I'll do is like I'll control Z, control Z, control Z, control Z. Where? Oops. Yeah, control Z, control Z, control Z. Yeah. So we have this label main, remember? So what I'll do is at bar end in bar item, I'll remove this thing and we can directly put label at the bar end. So I'll put this label and I'll say copyright message. So copyright X Tekirator. Okay, so let's see how it is shown. So I'll save this thing, I'll remove this label, and this is this, and then in the top, this is the top header, top brand. So it again, if you can see here also, since I have copied it exactly from this, yeah. So again, here also they have given this bar brand again, and it is showing the icon, which is like, sorry, when I click on this, yeah, so this is like dashboard icon and it's showing expenser. So I'll remove this expenser from here so that no, we will keep it. So this bar brand, let's keep it like this. So if we have this bar menu which has like this bar start menu, which like home documentation, we don't need this menu, we don't need the horizontal menu. So and but the problem is like, if I don't if I remove this bar start completely, what will happen that it will move my bar end to bar start. Let me show you how it behaves. So if I remove this thing, control X for now, control save, and then rerun this thing. Come on. Okay, not here, from here, restart. So there is a way to continuously run Blazor application and do the runtime changes. I think there is one channel called Curious Drive. I have used one like his sample, his login page design. I have used his login page design from his sample code. I'll show you what I have used, and that basically they he has created one video where he has explained how we can continuously run our Blazor application and then see the output in Windows. We can't do it on Mac, but we can do it on Windows. So probably in next video, I'll have to revisit his video and then I'll have to try it myself. I haven't done it, so I'll try it myself, and in my next video I'll show it again, and then probably while we it will make our development time a bit faster. So as you can see here, see the thing which was coming at the bottom here, it is now coming here. Okay, so to keep these things here itself, what we have to do is we'll have to number one, sorry, control Z. So we'll have to keep this bar start, but in bar start we'll remove all the bar items like this. We'll remove this all the bar items, okay, and we'll keep only one bar item. Inside this bar item, I won't keep any link or anything like this, okay. I'll just keep one label like we have kept this inside the bar end, okay. Yeah, and we just need to see how this bar, see here, copyright techie rathor, it's coming like this. So what we'll do is like we'll copy this label and we'll paste it here in bar start. We'll paste this label here, and but instead of like showing this label, we'll just show and NBSP. So this and NBSP is basically HTML tag for space. So it will just show a blank space. So this way what will happen, that start will also be created and we'll have a end menu. And in the bar end, what we need is basically, see this bar drop down has number one, it is like bar drop down, this is for theme, and another one is like bar item, this is for GitHub. Okay, so we'll remove this thing. We don't need this, GitHub link. Okay, so we'll remove this thing, and here also just to put a space, we'll put one bar label like this. Okay, and this drop down, yeah, here it is. So this drop down menu, basically we don't need theme. We this will be for basically current logged in user. Okay, so we'll probably show the icon of we don't have any icon for right now for user, so command Z, sorry, it will be control Z, sorry. Yeah, so let's keep it like this, but instead of theme we'll write it as profile, not profile. We'll keep it like this only, we'll show the icon only. And inside drop down menu, it's showing some style that padding 15 px, width minimum width 550 px. It is right align true, so it is some custom thingy implemented. Will remove this thing, okay. And then we have in bar drop down menu, we have instead of keeping these two rows, basically what these two rows are doing, if you see the output here, sorry, yeah, if you see the output here, what it is showing here is like it is showing the color scheme to select this theme. So right now this thing is of course not implemented, so that's why you are getting this as blank screen. But when I run the demo here, here it is. So in actual bootstrap demo, when I click on this thing, it will show me this all gradient colors and everything. Okay, so I don't need this theme and this drop down menu. I just need this. Of course I need this drop down menu. I don't need this, of course I don't need this icon, but right now I'm using it just for the timing. In next stream I'll find out a profile icon, of course, and I'll add that profile icon here, and we'll use that to show, like we'll have two menu options. That is, one would be profile and one would be logout. So I'll add this profile and logout menu option here. So for that, what I'll do is, like, I'll go in this one bar menu. You can see here also. No, not this. I'll go in the left menu. So as you can see, this page is very big. Okay. So here you can see this. Uh, See, this is like, it has this drop down menu visible at the rate UI element visible and all those things, and then it has this. This is like, this is basically the togglers for drop down menu. This is for left menu when it comes in the left menu, but here we have bar drop down item. So if you see this one, bar drop down menu, and then it has bar drop down item, test buttons. So this, I'll copy this thing, Control C. I'll copy this thing and I'll paste it here. Uh, we have this toggler, Control V. Okay, so we don't need this menu. We'll remove this menu like this, and we'll copy this as Control C, Control V. So this one will be for profile, and this one will be log off. Sorry, log off. Okay, and as you can see, this 2 is basically the URL of the application. So the page, basically page name, which page is uh, which page will come here. So if you see in our UI, in our pages, we right now we don't have any pages and anything like this. So we'll just write uh, profile here, profile, and uh, log off, log, sorry, off. Okay, so we'll write just like this. We'll, of course, we'll add implementation to these pages later on, but this is our menu. So this is how we have set the top menu now. Okay, now if I rerun this, let's see how it is visible. Then we'll change the left menu. Okay, and our 1 hour is almost up. So like, we'll do the login page design next time. Okay, we'll do the, so next, in next stream we'll talk about layouts, like, not, sorry, in this stream we talked about layout, how to set up the layout, how to set up the theme. Okay, so as you can see here, it is coming like this. Okay, so it is showing profile and log off, and this menu is appearing like this. So we don't have like drop down this thing, so we need to fix this. So it is here, but of course, as you can see, it is coming on the right side. Okay, so what I'll do is, so it's, this one is drop down. uh yeah, expensive running. So it is showing bar drop down, bar toggle, bar drop down. I think I missed something. I have removed something by mistake. So we'll see the Blazorise by default here. This is layout slider content. This is bar brand, bar menu. Okay, in bar menu we have bar start, and this is bar end. Okay, So if you see here, it is showing this is bar drop down toggler. Okay, so we have this bar drop down, and then we have this bar drop down menu, and inside this right aligned is equal to true. And so we have bar drop down, then bar drop down toggler, and then bar drop down menu. Okay, so if you see here, oh, okay, so we have bar drop down toggler. Okay, but we don't have bar drop down menu. We just remove that bar drop down menu here. So we need to put this bar drop down item inside bar drop down menu. Okay, so that's why it's coming like this. So what I'll do is I'll copy this thing. Okay, I know this is a bit tricky, but once you practice it, you will learn just like any other language, or sorry, any other framework. Okay, so this is the best part of Visual Studio. It will automatically like just like any other good IDE, it is automatically. So we have like bar drop down menu here. We have put it the icon, item, and everything. So now when I rerun it, okay. And this problem is with Microsoft Edge, which I'm using, that uh, when we have two tabs, two different tabs, it's not opening in the same window. I don't know why. It should open in the same window. So yes, you can see here this droplet icon, and when I click on this, we have this profile and this. So I think I need to see this problem I'm facing in my application also, that this is coming like this. Probably I need to give some style. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll copy the style from what they have given here. To, yeah, in this they have given style padding 15 px, minimum width 550 px. Okay, right aligned is equal to true. So I'll add this, copy, Control C, and this they have done in drop down menu. So I'll paste it here, and padding 15 px. Okay, instead of 550, I'll keep it as minimum width 50 px. Right align is equal to true. We'll keep it like this, and we'll run it. So we have fixed the layout here. Okay, and in my next stream on Sunday, I'll add the menus. We'll add login. We'll add the menus. Okay, and we'll add the login screen. Okay, so that would be our goal for next like next 1 hour stream, which we'll be doing on Sunday. As usual, the recording for this stream will be available on yeah, see, so we have this thing coming like this. It's beautiful. We have this menu. We can play around with the width also. Okay, so yes, so this is our, so in next stream we'll be changing this menu completely. We'll be adding menu as per our Spencer application. I'll try to find this icon also, and I'll show this icon here also. So we'll have this icon, and then I'll add the expenser icon here also. I think I'll add the expenser icon here, and I'll remove this expenser and this icon from here, because we don't need this here. When we have branding available here itself, we don't need it. Okay, and then we will design the login page. So the target of the next stream will be to design the login page, and the from here, oops, come on. Okay, this is the timer. I'm sorry. Okay, as I said, so in next stream, what we'll be doing is, I'm sorry, I'm repeating it again, but in next stream we'll be adding the login screen, and we'll be adding the menu to our Expenser application. So in the meantime, keep learning. Go through Blazorise documentation. I'll upload the recording of this video pretty soon on my YouTube channel. I am Techie Rathwar everywhere. Take care. Bye bye.